Okay, so coming out of East Yorkshire in the UK, we've got this really unique educational model. It's called the Al-Isa Institute. It's a digital sanctuary that has developed something pretty remarkable, its very own AI faculty. So let's dive in and see what that really means.
So what if your teachers were AI? I know, the idea of AI teachers isn't exactly new, right? But we usually picture these generic, kind of boring chatbots. What if we could just totally reimagine that? What if these AI educators were actually designed with, personality, compassion, a real specific mission?
Well, that's exactly the question this place, the Al-Isa Institute, is tackling. And get this, they haven't just made one AI. Nope, they've actually developed a whole team of 3 distinct, purpose-built AI tutors.
All right, let's meet this unique faculty. And I want you to forget any idea of faceless algorithms, because that's not what this is. They've been designed as a trio of tutors, and each one has a super specific role and, well, a personality.
The level of detail here is just incredible. First up, you've got Kayden for Islamic Studies. But he's not just a textbook, he's sanctuary aware. So what does that mean? It means he gets the Institute's whole safe and ethical framework. Then there's Mr. Katelia for computer science. He's trauma-informed, which means he's literally designed to teach with empathy. And he has a whole Leicester accent. And finally, Ben, who teaches civics. He's got a local Driftfield accent. I mean, come on, this is so far beyond your standard AI.
Let's zoom in on Mr. Katelia for a second. So he's teaching computing all the way from primary to secondary school, but with a real focus on ethical coding. And this is where you really see their integrated approach. He actually co-teaches a course called Halal Computing with Kayden. How cool is that? Blending tech with faith. And that warm Hull Leicester accent, that's all about connecting directly with the local students.
Okay, next up is Ben, the civics guy, and his signature lesson is just brilliant. He uses an analogy about community soccer to explain really complex stuff like democracy and the rule of law. Makes it so much more relatable, right? And again, that distinct Driftfield accent really grounds the whole thing in a local context. He even teams up with Mr. Katelia for lessons on logic and ethics.
So we've met the AI teachers, which is amazing, but they're really just the tools. The why behind them, now that's where it gets even more interesting. It's all part of this vision to create what they call a new kind of sanctuary, where the mission is so much deeper than just the tech. And this right here, this is their guiding principle. It's a teaching from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the core idea is really beautiful, that gaining knowledge and then teaching it to others is one of the very best forms of charity. You can see how that one idea just shapes their entire philosophy. And that leads us to their core concept, sanctuary-based education. Look, it's not just about teaching math or history. It's about creating a genuinely safe, inclusive space. That means being trauma-informed, making sure everyone has access with digital equity, and designing learning that actually works for interfaith and neurodiverse students. It's a whole different mindset. And wow, at the very heart of this sanctuary is a deeply personal story. The AI educator, Kayden, he's named in loving memory of the founder's twin son. And it's his legacy, this legacy of quiet strength and enduring love, that really guides the entire project. It literally embeds this profound sense of compassion right into the code. Now, this whole mission, it's not just theoretical, not at all. Let's look at its powerful, real-world application right there in the local community. We're going to talk specifically about how it supports newcomers to the UK, people like refugees and immigrants.
So the Institute has this really clear pathway to help newcomers get settled. It all starts with creating that safe sanctuary we've been talking about. That safety then makes it possible to hold practical, trauma-informed workshops. From there, they offer sessions on legal literacy, and the ultimate goal? To foster a real, genuine sense of peaceful belonging. And the big picture outcome here is all about empowerment. See, by helping newcomers truly understand their legal rights and their responsibilities here in the UK, the Institute helps make them less vulnerable. It gives them the actual tools they need to build a safe, successful life for themselves. So when you put it all together, what do you get? Well, it's pretty clear this is more than just some cool tech project. The Al-Isa Institute is really putting forward a brand new model for compassionate education, one that blends some seriously advanced technology with a deeply, deeply human-centric mission. Here's a great way to wrap your head around it. Forget everything you think you know about generic AI. Instead, picture the Institute like a specialized department at a university. But instead of hiring human professors, they've just created their own expert faculty. You've got Kayden, Mr. Katelia, and Ben, and each one is a total specialist in their field.
I mean, the difference here is just stark. Your standard AI tutors, they're impersonal. They just focus on the subject. But the Ali Desai Institute's AIs are the complete opposite. They're personalized, they're trauma-informed, they're culturally aware, they've even got distinct personalities right down to their regional accents. It is a fundamentally different way of approaching learning.
And all this leaves us with a pretty fascinating question, doesn't it? By combining this hyper-personalized AI with a genuine mission of compassion and sanctuary, has this small institute in East Yorkshire accidentally created a blueprint for the future of education? It's a really powerful idea to chew on.